come out throwing. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down. The Hurricanes will come to the line on fourth down, hoping to keep this drive going. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he try to cut into this lead. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. Touchdown time. This offense cannot be stopped. Well, this one, defied everyone's expectations except this lower-ranked team. Nobody gave them the chance not just to win, but to blow out this respected team.
They came in at the very beginning of this game. You can almost feel it, a chip on their shoulder. Every single possession, they seem to be locked in on both sides of the football. Now, what can they do with a win like this, realizing how good they are capable of playing? Be interesting to watch down the road.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a team from the American, the UAB Blazers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Jacobs. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Blazers with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Picks up the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, UAB. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. Got room to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Now staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds the tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached a break. It's UAB on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He only needs a sliver of daylight. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd knows when to bring it. Dances away to buy time. That's a fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, UAB.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Unleashes one deep. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Blazers.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
24, Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab on the left. Finds some fresh air. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go back to the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Randall. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they're after him. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Blazers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Bringing it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the air, it's Kitna. Quarterback adapting. Throwing on the run. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Open space at the 25. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed down at the 18, and they're in business. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Rushes on him. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Randall. Hard-hitting tackle.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of the...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Using his legs to buy some time. It's a big stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking to throw, it's Kitna. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
UAB 31, Clemson 0.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So LSU's offense comes onto the field first today. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this.
He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. So now it's second and long.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On the move, it's Durham. And some room to work. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now the play fake. Now rolling to the left. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU!
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he can advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. The Cougars offense has the ball for the first time. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Tigers! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's not going to get to the sticks, and the screen comes up a little short. It'll be 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action, buying some time as he moves left. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking for an open area to his left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Bringing it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. And the ball squirts out, deep in their own end. What in the world was he doing? Where was he going? And they get him for a safety. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Washington State sends out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Can they catch him? Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Buys a little time. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. LSU trying to convert a fourth down. Pressure coming. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And while that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield and he needs a bunch.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. There he goes. Open it up. Quick with the spin move. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. To the ground with the back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for space, it's Durham. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown LSU! Once he got some room, it was over.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. They send the tight end in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the back. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown Tigers.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Makes the catch. It's Meriden. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's taking the deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Here's the return. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody.
Turning it on! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Washington State, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington State will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 45. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was
Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do